So,
The last Metroid is in captivity.
See what
The
you're
galaxy
selling.
is at peace.
yeah. And then I'll just let this part play out. We're ahead of time. We can afford an intro sequence.
Also, new life goals to become a space pirate.
Space pirate or bounty hunter? Because if you're a space pirate, then Samus comes and kills you.
I'd be okay with that.
There are worse ways to go.
There are worse ways to go, yeah. Maybe she'd give me an autograph before, doing me
Yeah, leave you a calling card.
calling card. It'd have to be round. Like, I feel like her calling card would be
A morph ball?
form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, they're briefly retelling the plots of the original two games, but with Super Nintendo graphics, because why not? It's Super Nintendo at this point.
That's true.
And just seeing those scenes in Super Nintendo graphics for the first time, having previously seen them in NES and Game Boy graphics, was amazing when I first played Super Metroid. I'm old, so. So, yeah, essentially, right after I guess, successful mission on SR-388, wiping out the Metroids aside from the baby, which she has control over, which she hands over to Cirrus Station for research purposes.
Yeah, that rarely goes well.
Satisfied that all was well. Oh, come on.
Nothing could go wrong!
I picked up the distress signal. Cirrus Station was under attack.
Well, you never leave adoptive aliens behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't like it.
Yeah. And Cirrus Station with a little bit of an alarm in the background. Oddly quiet. Scientists dead on the floor. The opening scene with the container being broken. It's such a good intro. It's such a good opening sequence.
Scientists rarely are. You can just be like, "Oh yeah, you didn't do anything wrong."
And then
little guy.
Here's the container. Oh, what's going on? We've got the baby Metroid. What's going on? Oh, hey Ridley! What you doing with the baby Metroid there?
Oh, baby Metroid!
Ridley escapes with the baby Metroid, setting Cirrus Station to blow up in 60 seconds.
Nice.
Sorry, scientists. Even if any of you were alive, you're not making it out. Place is literally falling apart.
Oh no.
Hey, Super Nintendo was really proud of Mode 7 back then. they had to use it, especially for a flagship title. I mean, they've used it like 5 times already in the intro sequence, so...
They're allowed.
Yeah.
And
there's another time! And then the descent to the planet. So, that's the opening. Now we're going to load up the ROM that we're playing, which I don't know what to expect. I genuinely don't know what is going to be where item-wise. I used today's date and very intentionally have not practiced this seed at all. So, let's see. And timer's ready to go. We'll call that good. He looks like a Pokemon. Baby Metroid looks like a Pokemon. Yeah, I can kind of see that. That's actually
Well, I mean,
a great interpretation.
She's got to catch them all, so, I mean, really.
Yeah. Catch, kill.
Well, I mean, Pokemon could get dark if you took it a different way.
Oh, Pokemon is dark. Are you kidding? So what do you think we're going to get in place of Morph Ball as the first item?
I won't say anything that's completely not helpful.
We could get an energy tank. That doesn't help with mobility and getting around the game at all. That's entirely possible.
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess whatever you get is gonna be not helpful.
Oh, it's Morph Ball. Okay, that's surprisingly helpful.
I'm gonna say that my pessimism is gonna help you.
I like when Speed Booster is the first item. It's like, what? Where do I... What is going on? Okay, and our first ammo pack is gonna be... regular missiles. We are on the ROM, right? I loaded up the right thing, I hope.
That would be like the cruelest randomizer ever. It randomizes the normal game.
It randomizes the normal game. It switched to weapon packs. Oh. Yeah, that.
I mean, strictly speaking, that.
All right, let's see what's in. It's an energy tank. Seriously? You're completely normal so far.
Just to mess with you.
Is this the right ROM? Come on. Okay, it's definitely a ROM. That's not supposed to be super missiles.
It was messing with you.
It totally was messing with me.
Way to go, Metroid. Way to go.
And I can't hit, apparently. I'm so used to the other controls. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't done weirder stuff yet. We'll see what happens.
I mean, if I were gonna troll someone, that's what I would do.
Start out being completely normal, and then be like, yeah, you're not actually getting high jump until the very end of the game, because... Oh, regular bombs. Don't do regular bombs until the end of the game. That would be interesting. I gotta get used to Super Metroid mechanics again. This is what I get for playing 3 Metroid games in a row. Can't keep the mechanics straight.
It is your cross to bear, so...
Yeah. And it is such a burden, let me tell ya.
Oh, I can feel it. Feeling it.
You believe me at all, huh?
I do, so much. Feeling the burden. It is weighty.
I've had worse ascents up there, but that was not great. I don't have any form of bombs yet, so that's interesting. So I'm pretty sure that Alcatraz has to be useful. I don't know which flavor of useful it's going to decide to be, but I think it has to be useful. My question is it going to require me to do Alcatraz Escape? And sometimes the ROM decides you don't actually have to fight this thing. Oh, regular bombs!
You know, you should just keep saying things that you think you should get at the end, because apparently you're just gonna get them immediately after you say them.
I want Speed Booster! I mean, it would be totally weird if the ROM gave me a Speed Booster! I love having super missiles for that fight. It's so ridiculously easy. Like, it's... If you know how it works, it's always easy. But if you have super missiles, it's really easy and really fast. Please don't make me do a bunch of bomb jumping. That would be the worst. Thanks for not making me do Alcatraz, though. It is possible to get out of here without bombs. You have to go back, you have to go out the way you came in, and that is... that's a trick. And that's normal too. What are you doing? What are you doing, randomizer? You're supposed to be more random.
So, like, based on how it is right now, what's the worst case scenario for what it could do to you?
Keep giving me energy tanks. Like, just keep giving me energy tanks and save the good items for, like, lower Norfair. That would be pretty hideous. I'm totally going to do Mock Ball down here, though, because... really? Come on, give me a missile. There we go, thank you. Oh, okay, fine. I guess I do have to. Alright. Mock Ball. Got it. And super missiles on the way back. Awesome. Huh, grapple beam. That gives me access to, like, one thing. I mean, to be fair, it depends on what other stuff you have, but Speed Booster is, in my opinion, more fun way of getting to Ghost Ship, but more super missiles, nice. But it's not requiring that of me. Think that, hey, with super missiles, why do you want a missile pack? Phantoon is way better to fight with missiles than super missiles, so I actually do need some of them. That said, Ridley is way better to fight with super missiles than anything else, so having a good supply of ammo is for the best. We don't have power bombs yet, so we can't actually go down to the place below here.
I have returned from my walk with the dog. How is Super Metroid starting?
Surprisingly normal. For a while, I thought that I loaded the original game. Though, it's given me early super missiles. It gave me Morph Ball where Morph Ball is, and bombs where bombs are. Which is super weird. And then the first energy tank was where the first energy tank is. So...
that is very unusual for a randomizer.
Yeah, we have confirmed that it is doing... It is a randomizer, it does have stuff in odd places, but it was an unexpectedly normal beginning.
I see.
There we go. Oh, and we can't actually do the other section here because we don't have power bombs. But hey, more missiles. Can we go? No, we can't go down there. Okay. Oh, we can't go there either. Randomizers often give... Still no power bombs. Randomizers often give power bombs by now, so I'm thrown off a little bit by how many things that I can't do. What are you gonna be? Normally charge beam, you're an energy tank. Okay. Ooh. It's setting me up for some hell run. I think I might do red tower first, though. But first...
Set up for the Captain Marvel gauntlet.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to do that. Even if I don't strictly have to. Oh.
Yeah, it's just the best gauntlet experience. It's just
It's so great.
Captain Marvel your way through it.
It's so great. Oh, that was too far, I guess. So you remember Spore Spawn? We're picking up his treasure without fighting him by going backwards through it.
I've seen you do this so many times. I know what you're setting up for.
Yep. You know the score already. What do you have? Power bombs! Yeah! So many options now. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to go to that really close area where I said I wanted power bombs. Then we're going to go back to the Edicoons. While we're still in the general area. Okay. Let's get that door open. Fill up my supers, because this trick sucks. And I need all the supers I can get for this trick. Because I don't have high jump boots yet. Come on. One more. One more. There we go. Thank you. Okay.
I say it's gonna take you 8.
Eight super missiles to get this?
Yeah, not all 15, but 8.
Yeah. Got it first try.
Good of you to prove me wrong.
Challenge accepted and
Exactly.
accomplished.
Challenge accepted, mission accomplished. And your reserve
So-
tank.
Though, if you hadn't filled up on missiles and I had not challenged you,
That's true.
I would
That's
have
how it
run
works.
out, yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Thank you for Murphy's lawing me into success there, Laram. Kaze. That was quite useful as it turned out.
and that's why
that's
I
right.
told you not to forget that thing when we were in AM2R. I was like, don't forget the thing. No, forget the thing.
Forget the thing.
And you're like,
Ah,
"Oh, I'm not
no,
gonna forget
no, I
it."
can't forget it. Even if I know it's coming, apparently reverse psychology is still effective. Oh, that was almost slick. Those things hurt. Those things hurt a lot. Okay, we're going backwards for Edcoons while I can.
Considering how snappy the animation is in the games that were made after this, even though they're timeline before,
Uh-huh.
her rotation on her flips is really slow.
Yes. I suppose I could power bomb, but that's a limited... You know what? I'm gonna play it a little bit safer. I'm a little too close to dead for comfort. I'm a lot too dead for comfort. Yeah, that's one of the things that the 2D games that came after really decided to consistently hone in on was making it feel snappier. Charge, huh? Okay. That is not life like I was hoping for at this point. But I'll still take it. It is good to have some more power bombs. Okay. This is where things get a little exciting. Oh man.
Can't you just powerbomb them? You have 10 of them.
That's true, I can just powerbomb them. Good call! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Ah! Apparently I do need... Yeah, they are mocking me. Apparently I do need remedial wall jumping practice. Ah! That was the thing I wanted. Okay, that's better. What are you? Missiles. Okay. The timing on wall jumps is so different from the 3 games. Kinda messing with my head.
And the bomb jumps probably are too.
Oh, completely. They're most similar between the other two, but they're different enough that practicing one that doesn't really help much for the other. And they're so different from this that, like, forget it. Okay, moving on. Still trying to not die. I think we're going to Upper Norfair. If the game insists on being vaguely normalish, I'm gonna treat it vaguely normally. bombs.
Isn't that usually a power bomb there?
Nope, that's usually missile tank.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you could, in normal, you could very early power bomb, which would be interesting. That is supposed to be a one-way for a while. It is possible to go the other way in it with super missiles. How much do I want to thread the needle? How dangerous do I want to play it? We're pretty low on health.
Very. Wait, no.
We haven't saved yet. So maybe I'll do a little bit of farming and then go for it. Really? All the missiles, huh? I mean, we do have grapple, so it shouldn't actually be that dangerous. There are several ways of doing the room, but grapple is by far the easiest. My favorite way is with high jump and energy. It's painful and tricky, but it's a pretty cool way of going through it. But we do not have the stuff. That's fine. That's fine. We don't have the stuff for that right now. Here's to hopefully not ending the run in this room. That's not a good start. In place of X-ray. Let's see. If you're X-ray, I'm gonna be so... Oh! Space jump!
That changes a lot.
That changes a lot. Well, I'm glad I took the diversion.
Yeah, I mean, you would have had
The
to
detour.
come back here anyway, but now you've done it so early.
Yeah.
You can space jump this.
I can. But there are so many things in the way.
You're right. Space jump without screw attack is not quite the same.
Yep. It's still really useful, don't get me wrong. But when I'm a little low on life, and the room is covered on spikes on both the top and bottom, well, that's gonna make getting up Red Tower real easy. Should probably save at some point too. Really? That didn't hit? Okay. Wave.
Wavy, wavy.
Okay. Sure, why not? Oh man, space jump for crate is gonna be so weird. think that's what we're doing, though. No trick jump to get over there this time.
Yeah, space jump just is like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make this easy and normal and fine.
You got space jump, don't care. Normal would be high jump, but yeah, sure.
It's so weird to see those beams as purple.
All of the super missiles, okay. Yeah. Wow, I'm low on life.
Yeah, you really are.
Okay. Not normally a detour I would take, but under the circumstances. This is so weird.
How does he react to power bombs?
That's a good question. What if you're vulnerable? Oh, that's going to be really hard to time. At least when he's not explicitly vulnerable, nothing happens, but trying to time high jump boots. It's not Varia, but it is useful. I guess less useful now that I have space jump, but I am curious, now that you've mentioned it, about if you could do the skill timing to have a powerbomb down when he is vulnerable, what would that do?
I mean, it's the kind of thing that you probably never have to do, because to get here you lose.
Yeah, you're very, very strongly not supposed to have power bombs. Though if you do weird speedrunner tech, it is possible.
Well, it's not just that you're not supposed to have power bombs, but you're supposed to have the other things, and the other things are just easier. Power bomb. Or not.
Energy tank where energy tank is. Yes, you're right. That would have been a good way to handle the room. Very good way to handle it.
I'm much more liberal with my use of power bomb. I'm like, oh, here's a big room where I want to kill a lot of things. Just power bomb it.
Oh, it's a great solution. I'm just so not used to thinking of having power bombs for for this part of things. It weirds me out a little. It's a good solution though. So, what's going to be hidden in the high jump boot location? That's going to be more super missiles, that's fine. get to open the door early. Nice. Now it's unlocked. More super missiles. But what's here? Ice. Okay, that's good. Ice is required. Glad to have that. Doesn't answer a lot of questions, though.
I remember most of the randomizers that you've done, the super missiles are handed out like candy.
Yep, this appears to be no different.
In the base game, you get, what, 40? And a lot of times you'll do a randomizer run, you'll get like 80 plus.
Normally 50 max. In a randomizer, I'll often get 60 or more, while only getting like half or so of the, we just saved, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Okay, we're gonna try and mock ball. Oop, that was a failed mock ball. While only getting like, that'll do it. Half or so of the weapon pickups, if even. Yes, Wanderer, you're correct. Varia is a mistranslation of barrier. A quote-unquote proper translation of Varia suit would be barrier suit, but you know, they just kind of went with it. Come on. I hope this is energy, because otherwise I'm probably not making it out alive. Screw attack!
Useful, but
I
not
want
now.
it so much. I hope I live. Here we go, folks.
Can you drop a power bomb as soon as you can to kill these guys? Or
Non-issue. Screw attack. Can I survive? Yes.
barely. Oh my goodness.
I'll take it. If that thing... Well, I guess I have a reserve tank, so I wouldn't have died, but if that thing had killed me, that would have been awful. Okay, so that leaves lots of questions for where to go next.
The power bomb thing that flew up in the floor, where does that go?
That goes to Crocomire. Problem is that in order to go that way, I need both Speed Booster and Varia, of which I have neither. I theoretically could hell run to the other side of Upper Norfair, but that seems like a really bad decision right now, so I'm gonna go back up to Criteria. I hate to do Gauntlet without Speed Booster.
Yeah. Something you don't really want to do. Can you do Fantoon?
Oh man, awfully light on health to do it, but I could try.
But there's nothing locking you out of Fantoon.
Correct. I have Space Jump. I can get to Fantoon with no issues.
Aren't there several people on the way there? Or could be things you need.
There absolutely could. health. I wonder... Okay, we're gonna try Fantoon, and here's why. Because I want to know if Screw Attack works against his shots.
Yeah, that's a thing that you would otherwise never know.
Yep. If it does work against his shots, Fantoon is actually a pretty good place to be right now. Oh well. Oops.
You're
Come
doing a
on,
good
don't
job,
die.
skillful thing right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was some serious technical skill right there, wasn't it?
Hitting the neighborhood.
What's up? Missed what you said, Dragon.
I said you were feeding the neighborhood plants because you're very thoughtful.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yep.
That is a very generous appraisal of what I was doing.
How do those things respond to Screw Attack?
You're right, they probably automatically die.
I mean, you're so used to killing them that way because you're not
Yeah,
using Screw
I'm
Attack
not
right
used to
now.
having Screw Attack at this point. It's a good call. Okay, don't die to these things that do like 2 tanks of damage. Yeah, they do ridiculous damage. But this is a convenient... Actually, I wonder... That's nice. Apparently Screw Attack is another way of dealing with that.
I imagine it would take care of most things. I mean, it's late game tech. I mean, it's supposed to take care of
Oops.
pretty much anything in
No.
your way.
I hit the wrong button. I really want to save. Yes, true. Come on, which button? Okay. You see how often I save in this game. Alright, let's try Fantoon, see what happens. You, probably... If I can hit you, there we go. Using a speed booster to get across this lake is pretty fun. But not a thing this time. Let's check out the missile pack. And it's a missile pack. Well, missiles are good for fighting Fantoon, so that's fine. When I do take out Fantoon, be it now or later, I'm not really going to care about regular missiles anymore. It's a shame that I can't go backwards into the ship to pick up the gravity suit item. That would be an interesting sequence break. But it's locked.
That would be really interesting.
One more missile tank for an even 50. Which by all rights should be more than I need. Alright, let's see what happens.
Best case scenario, Phantom is hurt by your screw attack himself.
Ooh, that would be cool.
On him. I mean, if you're just in screw attack and just flying in the air, who cares?
Does not hurt him, but it does make me immune to everything else. So I can just hang out until he's vulnerable.
Yeah, and then just
wail on him. I'm down. This seems like a good plan. Could even go the super missile route if we want to go slow, because what's he gonna do? Throw more fire at me?
Yes, that's exactly what he'll do. But you don't care.
Yep. Oh, really? Come on. He does still hit pretty hard.
Absolutely.
Nope. I did not mean to land. Thank you. It's getting pretty red there.
Maybe 2 or 3 more missiles and then a super?
I think one more round of missiles, and if he's not dead, then I'm going to start supering it. Yeah, he's within super range for almost sure. For almost sure. There we go.
Yep, that's it.
That thing hit me after I shot it. That's so weird. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Wow, thanks for all the energy, Phantoon. Jeez.
Stingy ass.
Yep. Oh, come on. Spin. There we go. Thank you. think I actually have used grappling hook, have I?
Yeah, you have.
Did I?
Yeah, across the
Oh,
room.
right. You're right. To get the, blah.
Space jump.
I was gonna say... I've just been using space jump instead, but that's how I got it. That's me paying lots and lots of attention. Though getting used to using screw attack on like everything is kind of awesome. Against anything non-boss, it is my most powerful weapon by like everything.
Absolutely. It's just way too impressive and powerful.
Yep. And with space jump, Oh no, whatever shall I do?
Like, what kind of room is this with space jump and screw attack?
Yep. Bowling! Which also means time for a bite of food. I don't have speed booster, so I actually might need to come back for this thing. Because I won't be able to... Well, let's see if we can screw attack it. I doubt it, but let's see. Nope. Can we see what it is to see if it's worth coming back to? Come on.
Gravity suit.
Oh my god, that... It's a reserve tank.
Reserve tank.
Meh. And that's the nice thing. Now I know I can just cross it off the list.
And it means that one of the places that has a reserve, one of the reserve tanks is something more important.
Hey! There you go!
I was almost right. I was so
You were
almost
almost
right.
right. Gravity suit was, in fact, where gravity suit is. What is with this?
It's just messing with you.
It's doing a good job of messing with me by being so... mostly normal-ish.
Yeah, I mean, that really seems to be messing with you more than anything else.
Yeah. I was expecting it to be weird. I was not expecting it to be so normal. I mean, granted, getting space jump and screw attack so early is pretty strange. Here's what we'll do. We'll... Alright. I have a plan of brewing. Watch, Speed Booster is gonna be in Gauntlet, just... That would be...
That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible. I'm gonna see how long I can
It's
go...
not terrible that you can't get there. It's terrible that you want to do it the Captain Marvel way.
Yes! I totally do! I also kind of adore that you're consistently calling it the Captain Marvel way now. That's
I
awesome.
used to call it the Superman way, and
Yeah.
you were right. And now that we've both seen the new Captain Marvel movie, it makes total sense.
It totally does! It totally does.
Because she basically lives in Shine Spark. I mean, come on.
That's such a good way of putting it.
Unlimited Shine Spark in all directions at all times, just because I feel like it.
Yep. I'm gonna try and see how long I can go without doing Gauntlet in hopes that we get Speed Booster first.
I like this plan, because why not?
Yep.
Now, if you already have Gravity Suit, does that mean that you don't need Varia Suit? And you could just go to Norfair?
Normally, yes, but the randomizer ROM hack makes it so that Gravity Suit does not give you heat resistance.
Okay.
If you
But
just
it does let you take less damage.
I think so.
It has armor mitigation. Like, you just take less damage from things, but it's not... the heat will still be affecting you second by second. It'll just be less.
Yeah. So here's an option. We could do Meridia. We have all of the stuff that we need for it, by far.
Yeah,
Before we go for potentially hell running Upper Norfair. Let's do that. That's going to make life easier.
Because you have so many more chances to find cool things if you do all of Meridia.
Yeah. There's a lot to get in Meridia. Let's do it. There is potentially one important thing that would be trouble, maybe? We'll see. There are multiple ways of getting this, but space jump is an awesome one.
I've seen you do that in so many different ways. The bomb jump one is terrible.
It is totally terrible. That's just missiles. I'm not going to care. Yeah, the bomb jump way is awful. I'm super glad to not have to do that.
I love how you just like stop caring. Like, I didn't know that those things were the actual space pirates.
Yep.
Like, having now seen Zero Mission, those are the space pirates.
Those are definitely the space pirates. Yeah, the other place.
Random lizard things.
The other place that, like, quote that theoretically you're supposed to get that from is, well, probably didn't read the manual. Let's see what's here. Why not? Do I care? It's super missiles. Sure, I care. Fine. One tile wide screw attack. Why not?
Why not?
The bombs and guns weren't getting it done, so...
The regular bombs weren't. You didn't try a power bomb.
True, power bomb would probably one-shot them. Let's not even bother slingshotting. Let's just go. Okay, there's at least one place for a unique item. The first patch there has ammo places. So one of the things that's nice about this randomizer is it doesn't strictly randomize literally every item in the game. It basically randomizes two pools of ammo and other. So you have a little bit more ability to... Okay, what's up there? Energy tank. We'll still go for it. that.
This is where the press button go into morph ball is just so useful,
Oh,
as well
that
as
would be
grabbing
so
the ledges
great.
of things from the other games.
Yeah,
Because you just be able to grab that ledge and just be like, done.
there we go. Yeah, that would be really, really nice right about now. Okay, I guess we're gonna... That could have been worse.
Not that spring ball is all that useful, but it is useful.
Mm-hmm. It has its moments. Speaking of spring ball, we can actually get the spring ball location.
Yeah, I know, it's nearby. That's one of the things that brought it up in my mind.
Yeah.
Because if it's not spring ball, then it's... If it is spring ball, it's useful. If it's not spring ball, it could be something equally useful.
Yeah, yeah. If it is spring ball, then the way out is going to be easy. If it's not spring ball, it's probably something more useful than spring ball. So, and I should still be able to get out even if it's not spring ball, without having to resort to bomb jumping. Because as seen, I am not super good at bomb jumping in this game.
Dude, bomb jumping is kind of unrealistic anyway, and the fact that you do it ever is kind of amazing.
You should see an actual speedrunner doing it consistently, just at the drop of a hat mid-air. Ugh.
Yeah, but you also haven't seen the millions amount of hours that they spent torturing themselves and cursing.
That's true.
From
That's
a very
true.
extensive curse library, I'm sure.
Does Screw Attack break these things, or is it really only just him?
It's only just him.
Okay, just curious.
Yep.
Because
It's
you
a
have Screw
good
Attack when you
question.
usually come here?
No.
I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, it was worth asking. Super legit question. Okay.
Wait, was that an armored snail?
Basically.
That's amazing.
What's it gonna be? Energy tank. Okay.
I mean,
Now,
that's useful. You
It
have
is
more
useful.
survivability. You used to have like 3.
Mm-hmm. And if it is intent on making me hell run, okay, I'll probably
A question:
bomb jump that
isn't
part.
bomb jumping easier underwater if you turn gravity suit off? Because you float
No.
differently.
Because it takes so much force to make you go anywhere, you basically stay put. Okay, this one I might not need to bomb jump. Yeah, I should be able to just, yeah, okay. So much easier. Oh, there is some cool movement that you can do. Well, a space jump makes it irrelevant, but there's some cool movement that you can do with gravity suit. Even if you don't have space jump or high jump or speed booster to get around Meridia. I'll find a room to show it off, just for the sake of showing it off, not because it's gonna make anything easier. I know, after the dragon fight, I'll show it for leaving the room.
I remember when we were trying to get the Shine Spark to kill him, because that would be so amazing.
And it's actually, like, if you're pro-level speedrunner good, that actually is a very viable way of doing the fight. You know what? Nah, it's not worth it. It's not only a viable way of doing it, but it is a fast kill, if you can do it super consistently. But wow, is it hard.
Well, but we also found out that it doesn't actually hurt him.
Dragon? Fantoon.
Who's the one that
Crocomire.
you knocked back in the
Crocomire.
pit? Oh, Crocomire.
Yeah.
That's who I was talking about. That kill would be so amazing if you could transfer that
it
kill.
would be so cool.
Because then you really would be Captain Marvel and be like, screw you, I'm going right through your face.
Yeah, that would be
You're going
an
in the lava.
awesome way to do that kill. Power bombs, meh. At this point, 20 power bombs is really plenty. It's more than plenty. It's enough to do anything that you want with power bombs and have a crystal flash available and have some left over. Not enough for 2 crystal flashes though. Crystal flash is the one where if you're at or below 50 health and you do some weird inputs when you drop a bomb and you have enough stuff, you'll go into the bubble where, you know, let's save just in case, where you regenerate life and you lose 10 missiles, 10 super missiles, and 10 power bombs. It's a neat trick for refilling if you have enough ammo.
Is it intended in the game, or is it just a thing that happens?
It's intended. It's actually... Oh man, I need to try a thing that I was not expecting to try because I don't have Speed Booster. We're going to try to see if we can clip through it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Come here, come here. Okay. We're also going to do that for good measure.
Good job.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull that off, so very glad that it... Not only that it went, but it went first try. I'm going to waste a bunch of super missiles.
Does screw attack hurt him?
Ooh! Let's find out. No. That would be so cool.
Well, okay, yeah, so you can normally hit him if you only tuck his head out.
I have definitely had worse aim for that fight before. Let's fill up real quick. Or at least close to fill up, because screw attack in this pit is kind of a nice, silly way of getting a bunch of stuff quickly.
It's like we couldn't even see what you were doing, but yes, that was silly looking.
A one-frame screw attack is still instant death. What do you think? Should I do the quick, easy kill, or should I actually fight it?
Why do anything that's other than just the quick, easy kill.
That is an excellent answer.
So you're telling me that door could have shot at you?
Yes, if you wait long enough without. Why not? May as well get a couple of super missiles to the belly before, while it's just swooping around and there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So what's going to be in place of space jump?
Very suit.
Haha. Spazer.
Spazer. Okay.
That would have been cool. I would have liked Variasuit there. Maybe Variasuit will be in Plasma location. That would be exciting. Okay, here's... Well... Let me kill this. Here's a silly piece of tech. Yeah, that'll do. See that right at the end I was jumping up. The momentum... Oh! I may have gotten that. Let's see.
So weird.
Essentially, it's messing with the game's physics so that you have all of the normal momentum of a jump, and then immediately going into water physics with all of that momentum, which just carries super long because you're in water physics. Or Speed Booster could be in Plasma, that would be nice. I'm gonna hit all the spikes, yeah. Okay, we do have a way of dealing with the Plasma Pirates because we have Screw Attack. So even if we don't get Speed Booster or Plasma in here, we're not stuck. Okay, whatever. And what do we get? Haha! Varia.
Oh, very,
That gives us access to Upper Norfair and Lower Norfair without issues. Which
But
means we can go
don't
even
you
longer
need-
without Speed Booster.
But When are you supposed to get Speed Booster and do that run out?
You're supposed to get Speed Booster in Upper Norfair, but you're supposed to get Varia to get Speed Booster.
But when you're fleeing with Speed Booster, like the moment they give it to you,
Yeah.
isn't there some time limit on being able to run out that way?
Acid comes and eats you if you are too slow with it. So there's a soft limit.
But at this point, you have enough stuff that you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and I think that the ROM hack actually takes into account that you might be in a position of trying to do the Speed Booster without it, and has some kind of compensation so that you're not just dead.
Unless they, through the randomizer, know that they have to give it to you before you try to do that section. And if things have been as normal as they have been, it could be in that place.
Yeah. The most weird, I still don't have it yet, is definitely Speed Booster. It has been for a while. We might actually do...
haven't gone to where Speed Booster ought to be.
Yes. We could also do Crocomire backwards without Speed Booster, especially now that we have Varia.
Well, that's up to you.
I think it's worth doing. Yeah, we shouldn't have any issues getting to any of the Upper Norfair stuff because we have Varia. There's no hell running required. That's the other part. I may as well see if there are more super missiles, because why not? Everyone loves super missiles, right? Everyone loves more than maximum That's not super. I like having more than maximum capacity of super missiles. Come on. Let's do it. There we go. Let's have an obscene number of super missiles. Spring ball. Little late for that.
I mean, yes, but still useful.
Maybe?
You will find yourself in a position where you are in a place and you're just like, oh, I can springball here.
It's possible. Well, let's see. Let's answer the question. What is in Speed Booster? That's what I'm talking about. All of the super missiles. Speed booster has energy tank. Alright.
I feel like you've wanted speed booster too much.
Yeah, clearly. I feel like randomizers have a tendency to give you some late game stuff early and some really useful stuff super late. More than random chance would otherwise suggest. But maybe that's just a trick of psychology. More super missiles! All of the super missiles! For a maximum of 50, we now have 65. Ha! There it is! There we go. We can totally Captain Marvel the gauntlet. What are we actually missing at this point?
I just came back. Was that Speed Booster?
That was Speed Booster.
It was Speed Booster. Awesome.
All we're really missing are energy tanks, plasma, and X-ray. So there's nothing that we actually really need. So I'm gonna say that my plan will be, while we're in town, let's deal with Ridley in Lower Norfair. And when we go back up to the ship to restock, we can Captain Marvel the gauntlet on our way to Torian. That sounds like a good plan.
That sounds like a great plan.
Also means I'm just not going to bother with Crocomire. And I'm also going to take the fast way down. Because Crocomire could have been hiding Speed Booster.
I bet you he's got X-ray.
That would be great. It should actually tell us at the end where significant items are, which locations they are. So we don't have to get it, and it should still tell us if that's where it ended up being.
So since had stepped away for just a second when you got Speed Booster, was it where it should have been?
No, it was where Wave Beam normally is.
Did we check to see how power bombs affected Ridley? I know it slows everything down to a crawl, but
they do him a little damage.
If it hurts him.
It seems to do him a little damage. Not a lot, but not nothing either.
Okay.
For fun and profit, I'm going to try to reverse gate glitch in here and get the presumably energy tank. All of my super missiles, that's fine too. There's a place to refill if I end up flubbing this too much.
You mean if
I don't
use like 45 missiles?
Yeah. Wow, I'm glad I didn't really need this to work, because I'm doing a terrible job of it right now. This gate is harder than the other ones for me for whatever reason, but... Well... I promise this is doable. I'm just not succeeding today. That's fine. I'll try the others.
You know I was kidding about the 45 missiles, right?
Well, it's gonna be 65.
I can see that. It's
Or
going to be
not.
61.
61. Normally I'm better at that trick, but okay. So, what's in place of Screw Attack? Oh, it did hit me, that's funny. I'm guessing it's energy, yep. I am a touch low. Well, I'm not really low on energy, but I'll take a few extra for safety against Ridley. One of these days, I actually need to get good against fighting Ridley for Super Metroid.
The last few times I've seen you fight him, you seem to do alright.
I do alright sometimes, but I don't... It's never like clean and fast. And this
So one of the things I've been confused with, well, maybe not confused. One of the things I haven't completely understood about how power bombs slow things down and add lag to the game.
Yep.
Does it mean that you cannot input as much, or does it mean that it does not accept inputs at the same time?
It basically more or less works the same as if power bombs weren't happening, except that the clock rate of the system is acting as if it's lower. So it'll still accept input, but the rendering rate is like 5 frames a second while power bombs are exploding instead of what is it, 30 or 60?
It would probably be 30 from this game. But one of the things I was considering was, if you were to drop a power bomb, and then use the fact that it was lagging out to switch to something like super missiles, line up a shot, and just mash, could you launch more super missiles in that window in a good line of sight because everything is slower and you have the ability to see?
So, slightly, but only slightly. Probably not enough that the difficulty of pulling off that timing would yield enough more firepower to make it worth it. Because essentially it takes a certain number of frames for the super missile to reach its target. It takes a certain number of frames for it to explode, and then there's a small cooldown after. All of those frames still need to happen before you can shoot your next super missile. And super missiles, unlike regulars, you can only have one going at a time. So your rate of fire would be dramatically slow while the power bomb is going as well. So
could you do it to increase your rate of fire of regular missiles?
Same thing. Regular missiles do have a max of like 2 or 3 on screen at once, and you would basically... Actually, let's demonstrate real quick, because why not? So normal missile rate of fire, that's the max.
barely changes.
Yeah. You're getting... I can get slightly more button mashing in, but only slightly, frame for frame.
Fair enough.
But a very interesting question. Super missiles would be a fairly similar story, I think. And they're less... They're less button mashable in general already. Okay. I thought I could screw attack them to death, but whatever. I can definitely do that. I'm gonna assume that this is also energy. Because most of what we don't have is energy at this point.
That is true. And I maintain that X-ray is with Crocodile.
I like that call.
For no reason whatsoever, I maintain that.
Yep. So far, that is looking... Your odds of that being correct seem to be improving every pickup we get. Well, every major item pickup we get.
The only time my odds don't increase is when we actually find it.
Yep. Sure, we'll spring ball here. All it saves us
At
is
least one.
As if to prove your point. It did only save one hit, but sure, why not? What is it? What is it? More supers! All of the firepower.
70 of 50.
70 of 50, that's correct. The original Silver Pirates.
They do take damage from your screw attack as you're going through.
I
But not much. They do make the sound effect.
I think that they just make that when they're doing their screw attack.
I don't know.
Well, too late to find out right at this point. Those are the only two in the game. Alright, Ridley, let's do it. I didn't save in a while. Oh well, I've got 60 super missiles.
Nothing could go wrong.
Oh, you want a pogo, do you?
I like that the other games have kept this music for the Ridley fight.
Yes. You gonna pick me up? Are we gonna end this? Okay, you're just gonna die. That's fine. I did more damage to him than strictly needed. And Ridley is hiding energy tank? Energy tank.
What should be there?
Energy tank. Another energy tank, actually. So that's normal. Crocomire actually has 2 special items that he is locking. So your odds for it being there are continuing to look really good. Ah. Just curious. Okay.
Does Gauntlet have anything other than ammo in it? A special item?
It does have a special item in it, yep. Normally an energy tank. It is also actually a not unreasonable way to get closer to Torian quickly from the ship. So
No, it's not. Based on where Gauntlet comes out, yeah, it's totally fine.
yeah. Yeah, we've got life. Really? Come on, spin jump. And we did eventually get speed booster, so we can take the fast way back. So one of the fun things about this randomizer is when you go for save the animals at the end, it will often troll you.
Troll you how?
I've seen several different ways of it trolling me. I don't know what to expect. Like at one point, you go into the animal room, and it's like, oh, here's Dragon. Fight Dragon again, or die. Instead of the animals to save. At one point, it just kind of faded to black and gave end credits, and it's like, alright, you went for the animals, we're just gonna end it here then. It messes with you. At one point, it sent me back through the, Torian escape sequence by going into the animals room.
You mean it just opening the door to the animals room put you back at the start?
Yeah, of the escape sequence with the timer still where it left off.
Oh, they're like, oh yeah, you're not doing that. Go ahead and do that again.
Yeah.
Feeding the local animals again, I see. plant.
Is it a plant or is it an animal? That's a good question.
I don't really know.
Is it a planimal?
But Dragon said it was the feeding the neighborhood plants.
That's true. Doesn't mean it's not. It can't be both. This is like alien species we're talking about. It could have hybrid plant-animal cells. Or a mixture. Probably doesn't get a whole lot of light down there. Alright, let's save and then Superman. Oh, sorry, Captain Marvel.
Yes, quite.
I hit the right button to save this time, yeah!
Good shorter.
Okay. Quick setup. Here we go.
That never gets old.
It never gets
It's
old.
so good. Hey, and we got plasma out of it. Nice.
Not X-ray.
Not X-ray. Still not X-ray. Out of curiosity, is my count right? Yeah, there are 3 things that we don't, major items that we don't have. 2 of them are in Crocomire. So at present, you have a 2/3 chance of being right that Crocomire is locking X-ray. Let's see if we can get ourselves some more super missiles. What's down here? I was half joking.
Well, then
Yeah,
half
but
of you won.
That's awesome.
You really don't care about missiles ever again.
Yep. We have way more than we need.
Don't blaspheme.
True. One of the nice things they did to make speedrunners happy is that they made the syncing sequence just immediately already done. If you have all of the prerequisites. You don't have to wait for it, it's just done.
So the 4 are Kraid, Phantoon,
And Dragon, yeah.
Alien Dragon.
Yep. Oh, really? That was interesting.
You meant to do that.
Sure.
Take it.
Of course, when there's no incentive to end with all of your health, of course I end up with all of my health.
Do you know how to do the Metroid skip?
I've seen it done, but it's super hard. I will try, but I am going to fail.
Go ahead. I mean, what does it hurt to try?
Pretty much nothing. Ugh. Not surprised. Still get as far over as we can.
Is that your little baby all grown up?
Yep.
That is exactly why it didn't kill you.
Yep.
Aww. Just like a cat. Every day of my life.
True.
No, every day I wake up and I'm like, oh, she didn't kill me overnight.
I decided today was not the day that I murder you in your sleep.
It's gotta hurt getting shot in your eyeball.
I would think, with missiles, no less.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna take the safety save here, because if the Save the Animals troll is hard enough, I might actually game over. And come on, I gotta go for the Save the Animals troll. I gotta see what.
You gotta see what they do.
Yep. What do you have in mind this time, Randomizer?
I can't believe you didn't have enough regular missiles.
It's things that I don't bother doing, usually, using super missiles at this point in the fight.
And
I like
super missile for you.
I like that they actually made this phase of the fight a little bit harder in the randomizer, just by the rings and the guns shooting more, and they also speed up this sequence. You just immediately stand up, no messing around. I think it also shoots faster. Maybe does more damage. It's still a pretty easy fight if you've got a lot of stuff. But I appreciate what they did to it. Maybe it takes more damage too, because that was a lot of firepower that I poured into it. Alright, we're moving on. Got it.
friend!
Not so little anymore.
And the little friend eats energy. And what did Mother Brain just do? Other than
Yup.
charge up a lot of energy?
Yup.
Mmm, tasty snack.
Nice. I think I will call him Freckles.
Freckles. One of the more interesting implications here is the Metroid feeding you energy. Sure, it makes sense that, like, rabid Metroids would never ever do that, but it's interesting that they have the technology.
Watch out! No, Freckles!
Yeah,
I
that is
wanted
the
to.
tragedy of the last Metroid.
I think Freckles and I could have taken it.
Yeah, probably.
Freckles. I will sacrifice that.
You will be healed by my power of Gay Rainbow.
Got you on juggle. You're not going anywhere.
My
And
Gay
a quick
Rainbow
fade.
beam will be the end of you.
Pardon?
My Gay Rainbow beam will be the end of you. So let us see what the troll is.
What is the troll of the day? I like that the Shine Spark after image just smacks that pirate in the face. The fast way up.
Yes, that is very the fast way.
Yeah.
You can do better.
Alright, animals. What's the deal today? What's it gonna be? Okay. Yep, that's what this is gonna be. I like the corrupted timer. Turns out Hyper Beam is pretty effective. I'm not entirely sure if the timer is disabled or running in the background. Let's not find out, shall we?
You had a minute 43 when you went into that room.
It's time. Okay, so while this is playing out for everyone's awareness, what's coming up next is the music block. Anyone that wants to participate, call out and chat guesses for the song that's currently playing. Basic rules. First person to correctly call the... Thanks, Wanderer. To correctly call the series that a song is from gets 5 points. That's the majority of where you're going to be getting points from. 2 points for correctly calling the game within a series, if it's a series. And 1 point, mostly for tiebreakers, if you call the name of the song. Don't spam tons of guesses or I'll disqualify you. Commentators are welcome to participate if they want, but in order to do so, you have to hang up this call and participate through chat only. You don't have to. You're welcome to if you want. Except Wanderer, who helped me make the list. Sorry, Wanderer, you're not gonna win it this time.
No cheating.
Yeah. Aside from that, make guesses. This will also be a chance for me to eat and catch up on a couple of things, so I might be a little slow to catch up on it. Just keep making guesses as needed. I will catch up on the contest as I can. In order to redeem it, if you don't already have access to me, private message me on Twitch and we'll sort it out. And whoever has the most points, even if there's only one person participating, whoever has the most points, I'll buy him a game on Steam.
So what's the most expensive game on Steam?
I still get to pick the game, so that's the thing.
Aww.
Precisely in order to avoid that problem. I will probably take requests, but if you manage to find an obscenely expensive game, I'm not buying you that, sorry. Okay, so let's see, where was X-Ray? Energy Tank Waterway. Sorry, it was not in Crocomire.
Oh no.
150.0240. Not bad. I was actually
All
expecting
your
it.
games thus far have been sub 2 hours.
I was expecting this one to be around 3 hours rather than 2 hours because of how much it can mess around with me. Symphony of the Night's going to be less than 2 hours unless things go horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. So, that'll leave a really nice long block for the casual block. %60 items. The highest collection percent that I've done of the three as well. Mostly because I'm like, more super missiles? More super missiles! All of the super missiles!
More superpowers.
Oh man, that was great. Okay.